Hello everyone. Good evening. Uh, Welcome to our Open Central Asia webinar, Educator Connect special webinar. My name is Yerkin Abdurrahimov. I am a host for this session, and I will working with my colleague behind the scene, Gulruh Mamad Kasimova from Kyrgyzstan. She will be moderating the chat box and will be facilitating Q&A session. Today, we will have an amazing guest, Lola Uzakova from Uzbekistan. She's going to present on the topic of pathways to inspiring English learners. Lola Uzakova is a senior lecturer at the International Institute of Food Technology and Engineering in Fergana, Uzbekistan. She holds a PhD in philology and is currently pursuing her Doctor of Science degree in linguistics. From 2013 to 2018, Dr. Uzakova worked at the Institute of Retraining for EFL teachers, contributing significantly to teacher development in the region. She has broadened her expertise through international professional development opportunities, including a refresher course for teacher trainers in London, UK in 2013. A proud Fulbright T alumna, she spent time at the University of Nevada, USA in 2021, further enhancing her academic and intercultural experience. Dr. Uzakova also served as a co-trainer and coordinator for the ESN project and worked as a consultant and a coach in the international TSET program administered by the American consuls in Tajikistan from February 2023 to May 2024. She currently collaborates with her partner teacher, Chris Austin, based in Tokyo, Japan, so co-teaching engaging online session for her institute students. This cross-border educational experience and dedication to professional growth makes her dynamic and inspiring educator in the field of English language. Welcome, Lola. We are very happy to have you today.
Thank you, Yerkin, for kind words and for very interesting presentation of me. Sorry for some technical problems. It happened unexpectedly, but I will do my best in order to make it interesting in the presentation which I have prepared for you. Okay. Will you be so kind to share your screen?
Shall I start?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Great. Can you see the screen?
Yes, yes, I can see. So my name is Lola Uzakova. I hold a PhD in linguistics. Currently, I'm working at the International Institute of Food Technology and Engineering for Ghana. I'm teaching ESP and General English to students. And also, I am involved in C5+1 project in Ghana. I'm teaching also ESP to the teachers and some kind of specialists how to create their business plan. Maybe you heard about C5+1 project. Okay, and so my today's presentation will be devoted to pathways to inspiring language learners. And let's go to the next slide. It's an activity one. It's a warm-up activity. I would like you, Erkin, will you be so kind to go to this link, which I have prepared on beautiful tablet.
Yes, I'm going to using the link.
Mm-hmm. If you just copy and paste to Google, it will work. Just copy, yes. So your task will be when Yerkin opens this website, you have to look at the images and you will write 3 or 4 poetic lines. Okay, yes, it would be easier for you if you just do it like this. Yerkin, does it work?
Yeah.
Does it open? Yes?
Can you share it with us? Can you send it through the chat box?
It's better to send with the chat box.
Mm-hmm. Just copy and paste into the chat box. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for posting. And dear participants, if you just follow the link, you will see the pictures. And these pictures were created on Padlet.com. And I would like you to look attentively at these pictures. And Yerkin, if you will be so kind to go to the next slide.
Okay. Can you see
Yes. Yes. It's the possible structure of the poem. Of course, many English teachers and specialists, you are not capable or you don't know how to write any poems, yes? And I have prepared for you the possible structure of the poem. Just please write down 1 noun, 2 adjectives, and 3 verbs, and 1 gerund. Okay? I would like to give you 2-3 minutes. Just look at these pictures which you see on Padlet.com and write 3-4 poetic lines. Okay? It's an individual verb. When you are ready, we will share your findings. Okay? Yes, it's called like sync-way. I read from the chat. You can write your lines in the chat box or in your maybe piece of paper. It doesn't matter. Do we have any volunteers to share their poems? Yes or no? How many participants will have? Approximately 17 participants, yes? Anyone wants to share his
Hello,
poem?
everyone. Just can you repeat your instructions? So we are supposed to do possible structure of the poem. First noun, then adjective, verbs, and gerund, yeah?
Yes.
And
yes,
we need to
exactly.
do it in the Padlet or anywhere we want.
You can see the photos on Padlet.com.
Yeah, I can see, and I have already chosen one photo, and I have to do to create my poem according to that photo, yeah?
Yes. Your poem should be inspired by this photo. And it
Okay,
should be
good,
connected.
thank you.
Yes, it should
Yeah,
be
I'm
connected.
going to write it on the Padlet. Thank you.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, will you be so kind to share with us the poem which you have created? Yes, first.
Yeah, you can share your poem in the chat box.
Hands, 2 hands, strong, big, hold, resist, fight, keeping.
Nice, very nice. Anyone else? Happiness, delighted, joyful, gifts full of fun, enjoying. Thank you. Now you are becoming like poets. Let's go to the next slide, and I would like to share with you the agenda of what are we going to do today, okay? Yerkin. Yes, thank you. Will you please make it like bigger, like sharing of the slides? Thank you. Yerkin,
Yes.
thank you. Please make it like the sharing of the slides. One slide, yes.
This one?
No, agenda.
This one?
Okay, thank you, Erken. So first of all, today we're going to discuss the reasons to use graphic organizers and how to use online graphic organizers also as well. We will also discuss some questions and answers about several ways of using the graphic organizers in English classroom. We will also discuss effective ways of using graphical websites for lesson planning. And I hope that we will have also enough time for poster presentation. Okay. Next slide, please. So by the end of this workshop, you will be able to, first of all, you will define the purpose of using online graphic organizers, and you will learn some possible ideas of how to use them in your English class, and you will apply several ways of using graphic organizers, okay?
Great.
And the next slide, please. So activity 2, I would like you, with the whole class, let's discuss online graphic organizers. Do you use online graphic organizers in your class? If yes, why? If not, why not? Yes, please.
Yes, please, dear participants, you can write in the chat box your answers.
Yes, please. You can tell your answers in the chat box, or you can share with the whole class. Like, let's see. We are receiving your ideas about the poem. Thank you. Now let's discuss graphic organizers in the English class. Do you use them, yes or no? If yes, why? If not, why not? Any ideas? No. Alima says no. What about the others? Do you use them? Alima, can you write in the chat box why not? So I use graphic organizers to explain tenses, and we can also categorize fruits, vegetables. Thank you, Madina. Janar is writing no, there is no tag. Thank you. I use graphic organizers during reading and speaking ideas, but they are usually printed. Very interesting ideas. Okay, thank you. And thank you for interesting ideas, which you have just shared in the chat. From your answers, some teachers, they are talking about like low resources, there is no access to the internet, maybe no tech, yes, in order to use the graphic organizers. But let's see possible ideas of how to use the graphic organizers. And then I will tell you not only about online graphic organizers, which are available in the class, but also some possible use of infographics, like the substitute for online graphic organizers. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So first of all, I would like to share with you the reasons to use online graphic organizers. They help you to transform abstract ideas into visual ones. When the students, when the learners, they see the images and the information at the same time with the picture, it helps them to understand the idea much better. Also, it helps you to organize the information into smaller parts, because sometimes when you are just telling them some kind of information in the form of the lecture, they are disturbed and they annoyed, maybe it's boring. But when you just tell them, okay, dear students, I would like you to create a graphic organizer, and it can be the poster or etc. For them, it's enjoying process. And visual scaffolding for learners. Sometimes when I have the long texts or some kind of boring information, I just suggest them, okay, please create the graphic organizers. It can be online or offline, but at the same time for them, it helps to see what kind of information has been represented in this text or in this maybe some kind of written information. Then it helps you to simplify the vocabulary acquisition through meaningful practice. What does it mean? So they can imagine just the word by visual representation. Then it helps to improve their fluency and confidence in language learning. Also, it's the development of planning, and of course, it's a framework for ideas. It's the basis for cooperative exercises in your English class, and it provides you the interaction in your English class. Platform for differentiated instruction. Some learners can be visual, some learners can be tactile and auditory learners. That's why you have to answer all your learners' needs with the help of online graphic organizers. You have the opportunity to do it. Will you be so kind to go to the next slide? And I have prepared for you some online platforms for visual poetry and metaphors, a powerful tool for language learning. First of all, I think everybody knows, or maybe you heard about www.canva.com. Of course, my students use Canva not only for presentations and infographics, but also you can create visual poems, metaphors, posters, and infographics on this website. And for me, new website was www.poetizer.com for writing and sharing poetry. And even you can create on this website your new poems book. Of course, this website is very easy to use, and you can share your poetry book on this also online platform. Then thinklink.com, creating interactive poetry. So interesting pictures are available here, and you can create maps and visual poetry as well. Storyaboutthat.com, it's like the constructor, or like, let's say, Google Sites, where you can create your own website. Here you can create your own visual metaphor storytelling. You construct any story which you want. First, they suggest you specific place where you can put any parts of the story. And visma.com, also interesting website for designing metaphor slides or conceptual art poetry. Then word art, I think that maybe you heard about this website. It's used changing poems and metaphors into shaped word clouds. And the last one, you have already seen www.padlet.com. It's the collaborative poetry boards, so you can create different kind of tasks, and your students can also create here the gallery walks with the help of their some kind of images and etc., which they have created by themselves. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So activity, think, pair, share. How can we use online platforms for visual poetry and metaphors? It's an individually, because I don't have here opportunity to make you to work in pairs. That's why let's think individually, and please write in the text chat box how we can use also online platforms for visual poetry and metaphors. Please think and share with us. You have 1 minute to think.
Dear
Please
colleagues.
text in the chat box.
Yeah.
What ideas?
Use online platforms for visual poetry and metaphors.
Dear participants, do you have any ideas about this? Maybe some of you already are using online platforms for visual poetry and metaphors. Please share with us your experience and maybe some findings. Do you have any ideas about this? I don't see. So Quizlet, Kahoot. Can you share in the chat box how are you using Quizlet in order to create the visual poetry and metaphors? It would be great to hear your ideas. Hello, everyone. I don't use online organizers because it's not always possible. Because of the internet, sometimes I use paper organizers. Some students can be confused to use them in practice. Children can easily learn by hard poems by online platforms. Thank you, Madina. Teacher can use quizzes and bamboozle. Interesting. Thank you. Okay, let's see what are the possible ideas how we can use online platforms for visual poetry and metaphors. Yes, the next slide. Yerkin, will you go to the next slide, please? Thank you. So first of all, ideas for the visual poetry. You can use Google Drawing, Canva, or Word Art in order to shape the poems in the form of the subject. Also, with the help of Canva or the Padlet, you can create metaphor collage to connect metaphors for the specific symbolic meaning. Also, Canva, Google Slides, and Padlet for photo poetry to write poems inspired by the photo. For example, you can share with your students, please, dear participants, or dear students, learners, look at this photo and think, please try to write the poem, okay? Or sometimes I can just share with my students specific quotations of the famous Uzbek poet or writer and ask my students, please write down at least one paragraph. You can sometimes ask them to write a poem, or it can be just one paragraph. And then you can use think, pair, share, or group discussion, okay? Then visual haiku. It can be also created on Canva, Google Drawings, emoji poems. Maybe you heard about Bitmoji, Google Docs, and the Padlet. Interactive poetry wall. This is also Padlet and ThinkLink. Mixed media metaphor combination of media, also Canva videos and Google Slides. And the last one is blackout poetry, hidden poems, and Google Drawing. Please, Yerkin, go to the next slide, please. And I would like to ask you the question. Do you use digital storytelling in your English class? If yes, how do you use it? Have you heard about digital storytelling?
Yeah, please, dear participants, please share your ideas in the chat box. How are you using digital storytelling in your English class? And if yes, how do you use it?
Just, you can say plus if yes, no, like no, you can text it. It would be great to hear your ideas about like digital storytelling. No, Angela Nazarbekova says no. Angela, can you text in the chat box? Why not? Guljanat is texting by encouraging students creating short videos. Interesting. And can you text in the chat box which platform are you using? Yes, Saltanat is texting yes. Thank you. Okay, let's go to the next slide, please. And so I have prepared for you possible activities for digital storytelling. First of all, it's a virtual gallery book. Each student upload their digital story to a board and everyone gets time to walk, in quotation marks of course, read other story and leave comments under each story. And digital story awards show after digital stories are shared with group mates, they can vote on Mentimeter, it's a website also, best plot, for example, or the best poem, or some kind of ideas. Then virtual certificates can be created on canva.com. Of course, you can also substitute virtual gallery walk with not only virtual but face-to-face gallery walk. They can create their posters or infographics and you can stick it on the wall in your English class. Then you can suggest a real gallery walk, and during this gallery walk, you can distribute some stickers to your students and ask them, provide their feedback or the comments on these stickers, and they will also will enjoy such kind of gallery walk. Or the virtual gallery walk, this is my new finding, which I am also using with my learners. We'll move to the next. And here are some suggested answers for your also storytelling. So storyjumper.com, it's a storybooks with the images, text, and the voice recording. Then bookcreator.com, it's an interactive digital books. You can create your own interactive books. Then expressadobe.com, short video stories, web pages, and graphics. Storyboard.net, visual storyboard and comic strips. It's like ready-made constructor where you can create any stories and any characters. It will be your decision who will be the main character and what will happen. Okay. Then flip.com, recordings and sharing video responses of the stories. For example, on flip.com, you can ask your students to record themselves, or they can even video themselves, record sometimes together or individually. First, you have to post on this platform the task for your students, and then they will record themselves, and all the students can see each other's responses. And the last one, it's a photon.com. It's an animated video stories or the presentations. Let's go to the next slide. So here are the graphic websites for the lesson planning. I hope that you will also try what is a Genially, which creates and shares interactive visual content. Just go to this website and try to use all the possibilities which are available here. And not long ago, I have also discovered for myself some interesting lessons which were created on the basis of the TED Talks. If you just Google the net, you can also go to the TED Talks, and there are ready-made lesson plans, like first think, then watch the video, and then discuss. All of them are ready for your use in any English class. But of course, the level of these lesson plans at least B1 class. And your students, of course, with level A1 or A2, they won't understand sometimes that, for example, the moral side of murder. They won't understand what are they talking about. Always think about the level of your students when you are creating the lesson plans online. Okay, let's go to the next slide. And here are the graphic websites for lesson planning. So first of all, it's a picture chart, ready-made lesson plans, mind maps, and the infographics also available here. Genial, it's an interactive lesson presentation, some escape rooms and games. Expressa.com, here are the posters, poster presentations, digital story slides, class visuals. And Visma.com, it's an interactive lesson content, some interesting charts, graphs, timelines, and presentations. Mindmeister.com, it's a visualization of lesson flow, and also it helps you to create some kind of infographics and concept mapping. And freepik.com, it's a free icons, images, and graphs, which you can also use for your lesson planning. For example, not long ago, I have created the lesson, and this lesson was based on the poem of Robert Burns, My Heart in the Highland, and pick the chart and these kind of platforms, they allow you to create even the not only visual representation of the poem, but also the audio representation of the poem. You can sometimes just find on YouTube the recording of this poem and add it to the platform, and then suggest your students during the lesson to listen to it, and then you can ask them to do some activities which you have added to this platform. Okay. Yes, the platforms which I'm showing you here, they are free. I tried to eliminate all the platforms which were on the previous slide, which were not free, because I know that our English teachers are not always happy with not free platforms. Yes, that's why try all of them, they are free. The only platform which I have added to my presentation, which is not free, it's a poetry writing. In order to upload and to create your own poetry book, you have to pay. That's why for me it was, of course, the moment, okay, I'm not a future poet, but just if you are so much interested in your first poetry book, go ahead. But this platform, graphic websites, are totally free. Okay. Yes, please, will you go to the next slide? So activity 2, I would like you to work with your group, but of course we haven't divided you into groups. Let's work together and create an activity which will be based on the use of online platforms like canva.com, visma.com, Pictochart, etc., and decide which stage of the lesson it can be used and why. And of course, you have to mention that activity should contain objectives, times, materials, preparation, instructions in imperative mode. For this task, you have, of course, it requires more time, but at least, like, let's think about this possible activity where you can use such kind of online platforms. Yes, please. I would like to see your ideas on the chat box, or you can also speak up, just unmute yourself and share your ideas with the whole group. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. We can, for example, as for me, we can use Canva, like Canva platform. It's very universal platform, right, Lola? So where we can do a lot of things like presentations, different kind of things, a lot of things. Because for me, I use it a lot since we launched our interest community, Open Central Asia interest community, in January. So it's we can, like as you said, we can create like gallery work, like digital gallery work, storytelling, like using the Canva and the sharing the links to each other and using the same page together, like when creating something.
Thank you, Yerkin, for valuable ideas. And what about others?
You're welcome.
You are welcome to share your ideas in the chat.
Okay, can I try?
Yes, yes, yes.
So let's start with objectives. Students will be able to students will practice writing, speaking, and different multimedia skills by producing a short digital story. This is my objective. Also, students will be able to enhance their creativity and collaboration through story creation and presentation. So materials. What material? Resources? Computer or tablet with internet access, of course. What else? Online storytelling platforms like Canva, Storybird, or VoiceThread. So preparation instructions. So, for example, I will ask them, for example, briefly explain what digital storytelling is, and show an example. What else? Present their digital stories in small groups or upload them on the platforms. A platform sharing space like Padlet. Okay, and also at the end, I will conduct a brief reflection or feedback on what they learned from this activity and how the online platform helped express their stories. That's it.
And how much time do you need for this activity? What do you think?
Okay, so I guess just for one activity, I guess it depends on the level. Because we don't have in our classroom only B1, 2 levels. We have like mixed able students and mixed level students. So that's why I would differentiate it, yeah, according to the level. For example, for A2 level, I will give maybe more time than for B1 level students.
And at what stage of the English class are you going to use the activity which you are talking about?
So,
Beginning of the class, the middle, or the end?
okay, I will start with lead-in, give some information about what is going to be today. Then some introduction, some instructions at the beginning. Then we'll start with this, considering that they had some prior knowledge before.
Thank you for sharing your interesting ideas. Anyone else? Yes, please. I would like to hear your ideas also and experience of how we can use online platforms for digital stories or for the creation of the metaphors.
You can,
Yes, please.
your participants, you can write down your ideas in the chat box as well.
And I would like also to remind you one more thing, which is very important. When you are creating the activity, always try to use the action words in your objectives. For example, when I was listening to our participants, she said, I would like to enhance their speaking skills or some critical thinking skills or something like this. You cannot measure, have you enhanced or not? The word enhance should be, I think, substituted with the action verbs, okay? Try to use the verbs, like, which you
Yeah,
can
exactly.
measure.
Yeah, I know
Yes.
what you mean. Yeah,
So the
they will
objectives
be able
should be
to
smart.
illustrate.
Yes, they have to be specific, measurable, attainable, time bound. Okay, so that you can measure them. You have
Yeah,
to
according
see
to Bloom
the
taxonomy.
possible
Yeah, I
results
see
of
what you
what
mean.
you are doing in your class. They have to be observable. Okay, this is one comment which I have about the objectives, which I have just listened to you. And the materials. This is also very important. As our coach and trainer always said, try to use, of course, always low materials and always have something in your pocket, in quotation marks, like it should be like plan B. Something cannot work, like we just had in our case, just it was technical issue. I have pressed some button and something else happened and I couldn't join from my first laptop. Fortunately, I had the second laptop and I had fixed the problem and I could join this session. So always think about something that If something not work, what I will do? If you are going to share some online platform or some kind of image with your students or with your learners, always have the transcript of the video or the image which has been printed for you and for your students beforehand. We had such kind of case when we were having like stations. It was activity with the stations, and our participants they should have watched the video of a storytelling. It was digital storytelling, and at some moment, some laptops didn't open or some video links didn't work or something happened. Then we immediately provided our participants with a transcript and of the content which we were going to share with them. Okay, always have some plan B in order not to lose the time and not to waste the time. Okay, this is one of the most important things because it's a of course technical issues can occur even with high speed technology or some kind of Wi-Fi access and etc. But we cannot predict. Okay, this is just from my personal and professional experience which I have had. We will go to the next slide. Thank you. If you have any questions, I am open to your questions.
Great. Thank you so much, Lola, for your presentation, for our community, for our interest community. Today, it was very interesting with your topic. And Guru, do we have any questions
Yes.
in the chat box?
So here, participants are asking to share, I think to share the slides, if I'm not mistaken. And also, here is a lot. Thanks for sharing with your experience. So thank you so much, Lola. So it was really helpful. And then, so as a teacher, I also learned a lot because I also teach young learners as well. And for sure, we will use all of the websites that you have suggested us. So dear participants, if you have any questions, suggestions, so you are welcome. Now we will have a question and answer session. How can we get the presentation? So Lola, is it possible
Yes,
to
yes,
share
I
with
have
us?
already shared the presentation with Yerkin.
Yes.
He has the presentation and he will definitely share with you the presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. We will share with our open alumni groups on WhatsApp. We have WhatsApp groups, so I'll share them, share your presentation there definitely.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. If we don't have any questions, thank you so much, Lola, for agreeing to present for our interest community. It was a pleasure to have you here today. Thank you so much. You've done a great job. Hope we'll see you again someday in the future with other topics.
Thank you
Can
for
I add
welcoming
something?
me. It was great pleasure to meet my colleagues from Central Asia.
Yeah, yes, please. So Saltanat, yes.
Okay, first of all, thank you very much for sharing with us, Lola. Sharing is caring. It's amazing to have you here, sharing with your experience that you have already used in your teaching practice, also training practice. So today is Saturday, and I've been a little bit distracted by some family work. So, but any case, it was just a good time spent with you and was informative and very beneficial for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, you're welcome. So, dear participants, I have also shared in our chat box the 3 links. Please try to save them. And then the first one is for Educator Connect special webinar. So if you wish, you can open the Google form and then we can complete and submit. The second one, Central Asia Voice Alumni Spotlight. And the third one is Cascade Learning, Central Asian American English Live. So please, you can use all these three links, and we highly encourage you to be active in our platforms.
Great, thank you very much for the reminders, Guru. Thank you so much again. Thank you very much, dear Lola, for presenting. Thank you so much. So now it's time to wrap up today's session. I have some reminders. I have some announcements for the rest of September. We have one more webinar, this time with Angela Nazarbekova from Kazakhstan, in the segment of guest expert. Now it's Alumni Connect. So stay tuned, September 26th. Now here I can see the time. So now you see clearly on the screen the time. So we will share it again. So stay tuned. If I'm not mistaken, Angela is here. Angela, are you still here? Okay, but she was, I noticed. Okay. Now we have Gulruh reminded about these segments. We have some segments specifically for the teachers and open alumni from Central Asia. It's a Central Asia Voices Alumni Spotlight, where we interview our open alumni, specifically open alumni, just open alumni from Central Asia. And then we also have the segment Educator Connect special webinar, where any teacher from Central Asia can participate and deliver presentation like today Lola did. And we've recently launched the new segment, Open Cascading Learning, Open Central Asia plus American English, where you watch webinars. Now you know it's going 23rd series of webinars on American English live series. So you can watch the webinars and learn from the TESOL experts and cascade the knowledge you gain it from these webinars. So you can apply for this segment as well. And you can share your teaching tips. Each week we highlight the teaching tips from teachers from Central Asia. And you know, you've already delivered, you've already shared 31 teaching tips so far. So thank you so much for those who has shared these teaching tips. And Gulru has already shared our Facebook page, a YouTube channel, and so you can please join. If you haven't joined our Facebook page, please join our YouTube channel, and don't forget to share these links with your colleagues, with your local networks. So you know, some people don't know where they can watch the join and attend and watch the free webinars. So and they also can participate and deliver presentations themselves. So it's a great you know, opportunity for those who is starting for the first time, and you know, it's a great opportunity. So they will move forward, and they will do their first step in delivering their presentations. So thank you so much, dear participants. Thank you for joining, even not you know, considering that today is Saturday, so it's a rest day, days off and a weekend. So you've made a great job to participate in our webinar. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
By the way, all the webinars are scheduled for Saturdays only?
No. It depends, sometimes it is, we also have our regular jobs, Saltanat, from Monday and
Yeah.
Friday, and sometimes we put our webinars on Saturday and sometimes on Friday. It depends. We'll see. We are going to have our sixth meeting of community leaders, where we will be discussing our plans for the next year.
Thank you. Just sometimes it's not so convenient
Mhm.
to participate on Saturdays.
Absolutely. But anyways, there will be recording, there will be recording.
But I prefer live sessions.
Yeah, we too.
Yeah.
Yeah, live sessions are great.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you want to like chat, even if it is not even in person, but doing like some like kind of similar
Activities.
to face-to-face meeting.
Mhm.
Yeah, the recording is different. The synchronous is different. Absolutely, we understand you. We'll try to do our best to put our webinars on weekdays. But anyway, thank you so much for joining today. You've done a
Thank
great
you.
job.
Yeah, this is my